So, I have the dark chocolate here, and for this molten cake, I'm using cocoa beans out of Cameroon and India. And if you have watched before, you know that their product is, um, sorry, their product is single origin, individually sourced cocoa beans. And also, I should add that the link to buy this product is in the, uh, and, sorry, I'm sorry. Before we go on, um, I just feel that I have a responsibility to all of you to address the. But actually, you know what? Let's just forget that I stopped there, paused there, and let's press on. I earlier preheated the oven to 450, and fun fact, Chef Jean-Georges invented the somewhat ubiquitous style of molten cake, and while it's super easy to whip up for your guests, it still has that big wow factor. And now, you know what? I'm sorry. So many have you been, so many of you have been, thank you. I should say thank you from the bottom of my, so many of you have been DMing me since all of this imploded this morning, and I am obviously overwhelmed and surprised and feel very grateful for all of your support. And many of you, as well as my other friends who keep calling, are suggesting that I address this situation. But in all honesty, I really don't want to do that. I just want to make this molten cake and let this whole thing blow over. But here I am, and I'm already talking about it. So and for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, please just shut this off and forget about the whole thing. And I'll see you back here tomorrow, and I'll post the recipe for the molten. And look, I don't know how this got out. It's not that I've kept it a secret or anything. I just never talk about her. I just come on and I talk about things that I love, that my sister and I both loved together. And so I talk about cooking and gaming and fashion and art and anything else that pops into my headspace, so I don't have to talk about her or think about her. And I understand that there is a price to pay. There is a price to pay for having over 923,000 followers watching you and listening to you and caring about what you do. And to maintain that trust, I work maniacally hard. But for you to go after her, she is not. My sister never asked to be dragged into it. I do not mention her death ever. Not once on this channel, not once on any other platforms, not even once in my private life, let alone capitalize on it or sensationalize it or, God forbid, monetize it. So for you people to say, what? That I've been living my whole life in this nefarious conspiratorial... and you know what? I'm done. I am. I'm shutting this down. And as of right now, all this is done. I will put the molten cake recipe up, and then I'm not posting another thing. Done. I'm done. And I can hear it already, the backlash. Some of you who will say that this is all a ploy to get more followers, a get real moment to seem more authentic. Denounce the riches and influence. Just walk away and then wait a bit and then come back with my image scrubbed and shiny. And to you people that think that, I say, guess what? You're wrong. I'm walking away right now. My sister is dead. She died when we were little. Some of her classmates are dead, and her swim coach. And the boy that did all this is dead too. All her classmates that survived were not hired, paid crisis actors. We did not stage her funeral. There is no hoax. She is dead, and all I am doing is I'm playing video games and baking cakes and trying to forget. I've cried myself to sleep too many times, and I have cried in my sleep too many times. I never remember my dreams, but the other night, my sister was in 3 of my dreams in a row. 3. Okay? And in the last one of the 3 dreams, my sister and I were in a park, lush, green, open, and I pushed her on a swing. She was her age when she died, and I was my age now, and I pushed and pushed and pushed, and we could hear the wind in the trees like it was the ocean. And in the other 2 dreams that night, everything was all surreal, and she was still alive, but about to die, and I couldn't save her. But in this 3rd one, we both know she had passed on. And after all that silence, she said to me, she said, "I'm okay." And I breathed. Finally, for the first time since she died, I breathed, because I knew she was actually okay. She was okay. And I don't know how I feel about God or heaven and hell or any afterlife, but it was peaceful, pushing her on the swings in that park. And maybe she was actually pushing me to be ready for the change. And she was saying I was okay and that this was okay. What I am doing right now is okay. Walking away is okay. And that I will be okay. And so, okay.
End of play.